I go to my contacts page, this is what'll come up, and these are everybody that I'm connected with, and they have them alphabetized, which I really like. So if you're looking for someone specifically, it's nice and quick. LinkedIn likes to give you network statistics. Let's actually go to that part. So the way LinkedIn likes to show your connections is your first degree connections are people that you're directly connected with. Then your second degree are your friends of friends. So based on my connections and then those friends, I can essentially connect to 57,800 plus people. Now my third degree connections are essentially the friends of the friends. So I can essentially connect with over 4 million individuals based on these connections here. Obviously, I'm not going to go to all 4 million of these individuals, but it gives you a great way to see within your niche, within your industry, based on what your connections are. If you're, if you need certain individuals or you have certain opportunities, you can, you have a pretty big pool here to choose from.
So, Urvi, if you send an email to your friends, do the friends of friends get it also?
No.
Or just strictly?
Just strictly your contacts.
Okay,
Now this is the invite contacts. So you can essentially, people that you meet in this meeting, you could go back home, you could invite them to connect with you. If you have other business meetings or other networking meetings and you've got their business cards, you can check to see if they're on LinkedIn and connect with them there. What I do recommend is you always use custom text in it. So what will happen is, this is someone that I'm not connected with. So if I found him, this is what his, the top of his profile looks like. So I would want to click on add Ron to my network essentially. And this is the pop-up that'll come up. So it'll say, how do you know Paul? So either he's a colleague, a classmate, we've done business together, a friend, we're in groups or associations on LinkedIn together, other, or I don't know. So if you choose I don't know, LinkedIn will require that you put in Paul's email address. Because LinkedIn is very controlled in that they don't want you to go and connect with everybody that's on there and start to essentially spam people that are on there.
So soliciting.
Exactly. They don't want you to solicit their network. They want to keep that professional atmosphere of their network. So what I did in the beginning when I started back on LinkedIn was I figured out that if I chose that everybody was my friend, it didn't require me to put an email address. Because if you choose colleague, then you have to indicate which job. Classmate, which university. You've done business together. You need to write, well, which company did you do business with this person with? So all the other things were too complicated. So I said, this person's my friend. Well, they weren't my friend. And if you have, I can't remember if it's either 10 or 15 people that say that they don't know you, because what will happen is they'll get an email saying that Urvi wants to connect with you. So they can either accept or they can say that they don't know me. So if they don't know me, and if LinkedIn gets quite a few of those flags of people not knowing me, they're going to stop me from being able to connect with people even as friends. So every time I want to connect with somebody, it's going to require that I have to put in an email address. So I said, okay. So then I had to write to LinkedIn customer support, and I had to say, okay, I promise I will not do that anymore. What they recommended is that when this little personal note comes in, is to put in some information there of how you met this person, or maybe why you want to connect with this person, so they feel more open about accepting that connection. So I said, okay, I'll do that. They took off the little flag there, so I was able to connect with people again. So then, a few months go by, and then I get real, connection happy again, right? So, I had still some lingering requests from my first episode of wanting to add everybody. So eventually people, looked up their LinkedIn contacts and I got banned again. So LinkedIn said, okay, you need to stop essentially just adding everybody that you want. And you need to really just put where you met these people. So I said, fine. So I'm telling you from my experience twice, do not just go in and start adding people as friends. Ask, put in there why you want to connect with them. Or if you did meet them here at Social Media Michigan, maybe they don't remember you. Put, hey, We met Thursday night at the social media machine meeting. Would love to connect further. Would love, love to be added to your network. More people are friendlier with that because they see that you just didn't go in and go add. You actually took some time. So trust me, you don't want to have to write to their customer support and wait for them to get back to you. And
so are you, like if you're looking for somebody for a business that you like, a brain surgeon, for instance, is there a different process? Because you may not know the brain surgeon, right? That's a different process? Saying I need your services or something?
What you can do is...
I don't mean anything personal, by the way.
No, please. I don't take it personally. Right here they have get introduced through a connection. So you can see if this person, if this brain surgeon may be connected to someone within your network already. So are they perhaps a second degree or a third degree connection to you? If they are, then you can ask the person that you have that link with, your first degree connection essentially, to introduce you to that person. So they can send an introduction. Hey, this person, Urvi is a friend of mine. She'd like to connect with you, learn a little bit more about you. I think it'd be a great fit for you guys to connect. So that's another way to get in. I'm going to talk about groups a little bit later, but groups are another way to add people into your network that you don't essentially know. So I'll be getting into that in a couple of